Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is New Comic Book Day for the week of April 14th, and we're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by the Comic Book Store, 30 North Main Street, Classburg, New Jersey, 08028. Come buy some comics, or like D&D stuff, or dice. There's a lot of dice here.
Hey guys, it's Tim from Capes and Scowls, the comic book store, Team Ashen, and 75 other places.
Hey, you got your jobs back.
Yeah, feels good. They were temp gigs, but they came back.
You got like 9 more back.
Yeah.
Last week it was like 64.
It's, you know what?
I don't know
varies.
why that popped into my head. I was just like,
That's fine.
That matters.
It doesn't. Let's talk about the trades. I've got Disney Kingdoms presents Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. That sounds like a wrestling move. Thinking of the Blue Thunder Bomb. There you go. I don't know anything about it, but it looks cool. It looks like a Western adventure. We got Batman Arkham, Talia al Ghul. A lot of her stuff is, I don't know, has it been collected? Probably just in like Neil Adam volumes and stuff. Nobody wants to read that. We've got Riverdale, The Tie That Bind. I believe this is a original story. Question mark. Archie stuff's always been pretty good. We've got Legion of the Superheroes, Trial of the Legion. This is volume 2 of Legion of the Superheroes. I haven't read any of this. Have you read any of this since they threw... No? Alrighty. Harley Quinn, volume 5. Harley's Harley, right? I don't have to explain Harley Quinn to you, do I?
She's in LA now.
It happens. She's in LA. There you go. It's a big change. Where was she before?
Coney Island.
Oh, that's right. She was in Coney Island. I remember. Wicked Things. This is from John Allison, the guy who does Giant Days, which I love Giant Days. I read a little of this. I enjoyed it, but I love Giant Days. And then finally, I've got Amazing World of Superman, official Metropolis edition. This is a huge Superman promotional thingy. It's complicated. Just look it up. But it's big, and you couldn't kill a man with it. I'm sorry. You cannot. But you could really annoy him.
First up, we have Karmen issue number 2. I'm really glad I lifted that book the way it did. I was not expecting nudity on the back cover. This book's kind of weird. It's kind of... I'm worried not going anywhere. I understand where the concept of the book is. I understand what they're going for here, but I just really don't see them getting to it. I think like the first 8 pages of this book are just no dialogue, and I don't know. I just feel that like it needs to get to the central plot of the story, and it's just not. There's just not enough here. I think it's a little bit too abstract, and because of that, you're going to lose a lot of people who may have been picking this book off a recommendation and don't know necessarily what is going on. If you don't know where the end result of this book is going to be, this book makes no sense. So it's very much a toss-up. I can't recommend it because, I mean, what if we never get to what we're supposed to be getting? Or if it's not that kind of ending that we want, or at least it just never kind of coalesces the way it should with this. So I don't know. It just seemed like a lot of nothing. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad book. I'm just saying that, yeah, it's just not there. It's up to you if you want to grab it.
All right, first up for me, we have Jenny Zero from Dark Horse. This book is pretty cool. Essentially, you have this strong female lead who likes to party a lot. And I don't know if that's going to tie in with her powers or not. It seems like she has abilities. She's a former soldier. She's super good. And she doesn't really want to work for whoever she worked for before. It takes place in Japan. There is giant monsters attacking, as they do in Japan. And she is brought in to fight this doomsday scenario. You don't really realize how bad it is until it gets going. And you don't really realize how cool she is until it gets going. It's got some crazy amounts of drug and alcohol references, some nudity, so if that's not for you, this may not be for you, but I have a feeling this book's going to be pretty good, and I'm going to enjoy it going forward. It's a cool book, and there's a fish gun, and really, that should really just be all you need to know to sell you on this book. It's a fish gun named Nemo. Buy the book.
My next pick is Batman Detective issue number 1. not a bad book. I mean, overall, it's one of those things where, like, when you get into Batman, you get Superman, you get Spider-Man, you get these characters, you get a lot of these just miniseries books, and a lot of them, do you really need them? Is this one it? I don't know. DC is very much not in the way of continuity as far as like their minis go. They don't really kind of like tie in too terribly much to the book. This takes place after the events of Tom King's run on Batman, so this is still fresh off the heels of Alfred dying and Batman kind of floundering shortly after the funeral. A plane crashes in Europe that draws his attention, and realistically, the last page of this book really saved it as far as like bringing in the hook, as understanding what is going on. And that was enough for me to want it, but it took a really long time to get here. So it's up to you if you want that slow burn, very much detective type issue. It's a Batman book, so there's going to be a lot of punching and stuff like that. But like, this is very much more a cerebral type thing. This is very Batman in his feels and in his head. So if that's the kind of book you want, go for it.
All right, next up for me. So close to being the pick of the week, Paul, just so you know. It's What If. It's a new What If story, Spider-Man Spider's Shadow. By Zdarsky. You know I love Zdarsky. This is like a classic What If story, but they're going to do them as miniseries, expanding on the story more than just a single issue one-shot. And I love where this is going. This takes place around Amazing Spider-Man issue 258, I believe it was. And there's even some awesome, the artist, Pascal Ferry, amazing. Like, there is some panels that I'm like, that's a cover of an ASM issue. And sure enough, it is. I didn't feel like pulling it because I'm lazy. But really good attention to detail and little things like that. Chef's kiss. So basically, this is what if Peter Parker keeps the black costume on and he lets it kind of corrupt him. What path will that lead him down? This has a lot of things going for it. It's telling you a really cool, it's a kind of a Venom story, I guess, because he's kind of turning into this angry Venom-style Spider-Man character. It's got the Hobgoblin. I love the Hobgoblin. One of my favorite villains, top 3 probably for me. And it's got Chip. And like I said last week with Silvercoin, I'm really digging Chip. So check this out. I like the What If stories being a little longer than one issue. This could be really good going forward. It really close to being my pick of the week. Something nostalgia hit me. So this is probably everybody else's pick of the week, just so you know.
What is my pick of the week? This book was so much fun. And you know it's a fun book when I irritate Tim with it by telling him, it's like, hey Tim, look at this part, and I'll just retell jokes, and he'll get mad. And I did that with this book. It is Challenge of the Super Sons, issue number 1. This is just such a fun book to read. So basically, it is Superboy and Robin off doing their things. This takes place almost immediately after the 12-issue maxi run that they just had. They go on an adventure, basically trying to do their daily patrols. This time it's in Metropolis, and they run across an old woman who blasts them into the past, and then you basically come back to them. They've been gone for long, but I mean, here it's only been like a panel or two. And they have a scroll that it prophesies someone dying and how to stop them. But you only have an hour once they come onto this scroll to stop them. And they have to stop Flash from getting hit by lightning. And it's just a really, really fun series. And then they're like, we got that done. And then a new name pops up, and it just feels like they're going to be going after superhero after superhero. And it's very well written. The banter between the two characters is a lot of fun. I like the way they wrote Damian in this. Is more of a dick than he is a stoic, I don't talk to people kind of thing. And their buddy interactions are very, very fun and very just enjoyable to read. So if you haven't picked up the original 12 issue, you don't need to worry about it. There's nothing in here that picks up from that, but it is a lot of fun. So grab this.
All right, it's time for my pick of the week. Paul, what is it?
No idea.
You have no idea? It's G.I. Joe, baby.
Oh, okay.
I read, because I I never can read anything beyond issue 1, 2, or 3. Issue 279 of G.I. Joe. And the only reason it caught my eye, there's 2 reasons, really. It has this awesome, this is the regular cover, has this awesome wraparound. Love that art. And it's an untold tale. So it's a one-and-done story, and it's Larry Hama, the original creator of G.I. Joe, the original writer. And that man, if you haven't read G.I. Joe, and you're like, G.I. Joe, that was that toy with blah, blah, blah. Yeah, don't worry about that. Larry Hama, former military officer. I don't remember what rank he got to, but everything in here is, like, accurate. All the bombs are called what they're supposed to be, the missiles, everything. This story is told from the point of view of 3 G.I. Joe fighter pilots and a couple Cobra fighter pilots. And it is both of them about to intercept each other and have a dogfight. And they're trying to attack the USS Flag, which is their big aircraft carrier. And they're trying to destroy the Terrordrome, which is nearby. And it is just action and reaction, back and forth. And you really don't know who's going to win. I mean, you assume G.I. Joe's going to win, but you know, they don't win every mission in the comics. So just an amazing story. Really well done. I love Larry Hama, and he should just always write this book, like, forever. Like, he's not allowed to ever stop. Unless he wants to write Bucky O'Hare. That'd be fun. Bucky O'Hare, great. Anyways, G.I. Joe, fantastic. Nostalgia. I love it. You should love it, too. All right, everybody, that is it. We are done. I've had enough. You've had enough. It's late here when we're doing this. I'm cranky and angry and tired. It's time to go. Paul?
Oh, it's a late week.
It's been wild. Paul would like me to tell you that this YouTube channel that you're on, Team Ashen, has more shorts coming out, and the beloved Future Paul Chronicles is going to be split into shorts, so you can just get one every now and again and watch me say something stupid. I'm pretty good at it. Yeah, and there's other shorts as well, so just if you want little stupid things, they're here. Right, Paul?
Pretty much.
Right, they're dumb?
Yeah, they're very dumb.
They're very dumb. Perfect. I like the honesty and the transparency.
It's a good dumb.
It's a good dumb. Like me?
You're not dumb.
Aw, thanks, buddy. I like how you skirted around that. That was good.
That wasn't even a skirt. You're not dumb.
Aw, thanks. My self-esteem's doing good this week. Wow. All right. Well, hey. Cool. Paul, I'm sure you're not dumb either. Leave a comment down below how you feel about Paul. You know, try to keep it to just like a few sentences, I guess. Because, you know, you just be there all day writing your love for Paul, I assume. Right?
I mean, I don't know.
Hey, we're going to find out. It's going to be 3 people and a bunch of sex bots. They're going to be like, Paul's so awesome.
I don't have the sex bots anymore. I haven't seen them in like a month. No, months.
I'm so sad. They were great.
Multiple months. We like the sex bots.
They were good for analytics, is what we're saying. They were good for that early morning analytic push to get you higher up. But you know how analytics work. You're smart. Leave a comment down below. Tell me how smart you are.
Tell us if you missed the sex bots.
Do you miss the sex bots? Please don't go into any detail.
Don't go into any detail.
We don't need that.
All he did was just like tag a random time, and it was just like, this was awesome. I'm like, pretty sure we weren't even talking at this second.
We were. Good night, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morrow. I'm done. I've had enough. Goodbye.